Try and keep this video short. Basically, I'm asking people, I'm asking subscribers, and anyone who's coming through here, if they think I should write a book about the orchard and apples and all the stories we've had to tell and all the instructions and the varieties and the pruning and the grafting and everything that we've come across. A Kindle book. Now, I've been asked about this a few times in the past, and when I've been asked, will you write a book, I thought, well, no, I won't, because you've got wonderful books like this Illustrated World Encyclopedia of Apples, a book about cider, this wonderful book by Liz Kopacz about the cider apples of Somerset with these wonderful pictures, and the best book I know is this lovely book here by Rosie Saunders. Julia and I had the privilege of going and having an apple painting weekend at Rosie Saunders' house, and this probably is the best book that you can buy, and it's got some instructions about apple growing by Harry Baker. But having Sir Harry Baker, who I once had the privilege of meeting, but anyway, nevertheless, I keep getting asked questions. I've been putting videos up here for 5 years or so, about 5,000 subscribers, 5 million views, and I've had the immense privilege of people who've said, well, thank you for answering a question, thank you for an inspirational video, you've given me some ideas, you've given me some inspiration. I've gone and planted some trees, I've gone and managed some trees well for the first time, and this is a real honour. So I'm thinking to myself, would it be reasonable for me to write a book, a Kindle book, and there will be 3 elements to the book. One is autobiographical, everything to do with my relationship with apples and everything from when we started looking for a bit of land 30 years ago to the present day. All the story of the orchard, everything I know about how to plant and care for and prune and graft and store and manage and process and sell apples, plus as much as I can write about the 70 or so different varieties that we grow. So would it be worth putting all of that in a book? Because I do get inquiries from time to time, but I simply do not have enough time to answer every single inquiry. Somebody goes searching for information about plums or apples or pears, and they find a video I put up 3 years ago and they send a question up, and I'm sorry, I haven't got time to answer all of those questions. But if the questions are coming, then I could say, well, look, I've written it all down in a book. Now, if I do this, I won't be able to start the book until the middle of November because I'm just so busy until then. But I could write it over the winter, and we're talking about 60,000 or 80,000 words. It'll be a Kindle download, and the idea is to sell it for about £5, $5, €5 approximately through Kindle, and to donate 100% of the money, because thankfully I have enough money, I'm content with enough, and I'll be doing this for the love of it, and if enough people are interested. So we could even have a vote on the charity, but it would certainly be an international development and relief charity. It could be Médecins Sans Frontières, it could be Farm Africa, it could be Water Aid, it could be Tree Aid. We raised £800 for the Scion would send out earlier this year, or it could be some other charity, but it would have to be a charity that any person of goodwill could support, which is doing good to people who are poor. There are 5,000 subscribers here. If 1 in 10 of those people were to be willing to pay £5 for this book, then we could raise maybe £2,000. So what I'm asking you to do is think about this. If it's going to happen, I want it to be an interactive book, so I want to hear what questions people have got, and I will address all of those questions if I'm going to write it. But is it worth me investing 100 hours of my time? Because I don't want to put all that time in it and then have about 14 downloads. So if you would personally pay £5, euros, dollars for a Kindle download of a book telling the story of the orchard, everything I know about how to grow apples, everything I know about the different apple varieties that we grow, plus a load of other stuff, then click like. Do not click like for any other reason. If you think this is a really bad idea, click unlike. If enough people, I'm not going to say what would be the right number, but 500 would be good. If 500 of you click like and make a few maybe make positive comments, then I will decide to do this. If I do it, the timing will be, I'll be thinking about it over the autumn, making some notes. I will start writing in mid-November, and I would hope to have the book published by the spring. So, friends, over to you.